All right, we should be live, right?
Hold on one second. It's not showing up on my end.
Okay.
We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Yeah.
We are live on the GFWC Florida YouTube page. Hi, Alice. How are you?
Fantastic. How are you, Scott?
Oh, we are just happy in heaven over here. Why are we on here? What are we doing here right
What
now?
are we doing? Yes, that's a good point. We are testing the GFWC Florida YouTube page to go live because next Wednesday on March 11th, GFWC Florida Flight of Honor will be taking place. And you and I will be streaming as much as we can live so everybody can join in on this historic event.
It is a historic event, isn't it? I mean, I have been planning. We have been planning. Sarah and I. It's a daily soiree back and forth. I mean, we have been in the background doing all of the logistical things for the media coverage. I know that there's a bunch of things going to happen, and I'm going to go over that list if time allows here, of exactly what's going to happen. Or as a matter of fact, Alice, why don't you go over the list of exactly what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and what is actually going into all this media coverage and cameras, and we got a lot to talk about.
We do have a lot to talk about tonight. So, like you said, this has been a long time in the planning, and now it's finally happening, which I know everybody is super excited for. The day is going to start at 4 o'clock in the morning for these wonderful ladies. They get breakfast. They will fly out of the Lakeland Airport and head to Washington, D.C.
Dang it! They can't come out of Zephyr Hills. That would be so convenient. That would be so convenient for me.
No, you got to come over to beautiful Lakeland and check out our headquarters. Yeah, no, you got to go to Lakeland.
Absolutely. I will be there with no bells on this time. I promise.
Okay, fair enough. No bells.
Hey, I told you, nobody wants to see a camera at 4 o'clock in the morning.
They're going to get one anyways. It's okay. So the flight's going to leave at 5:30, and then we're going to arrive about 8:15 in the Baltimore area, and then we're going to get on some buses to head over to DC and visit the memorials. So
you're telling me I actually have to carry my cameras onto buses now? I mean,
yeah, on airplanes, off airplanes, on buses, off buses. It's going to be quite the trek.
You're going to make my job so difficult. No, you're not. You're going to actually help my job. Remember, this is completely volunteer.
Absolutely.
We need to structure this, and we need to say it's completely volunteer. I am volunteering my time and my non-talented skills to document this historic thing. And I say that with so much of a joke. I do it professionally, and I am very proud to be a part of this organization, in the sense that I am doing good and supporting our veterans. And this whole thing is about the veterans. I mean, the women veterans. I hear stories all the time that the women veterans, they're not really made out to the significance. And I feel that me being able to document this and put it all over social media, put it out there for the world to see, that Florida and the United States of America support our women's veterans. And I feel that is the most number one thing that we can do. And in my aspect, I am honored to be a part of this, period. End of story. But there is a lot of logistical things. Maybe we should go over all of the logistical aspects of this. And my schedule has been sporadic. Your schedule has been sporadic. And we are what, 6 days? 6 days
I think
from
we decided we were 5 days out, right?
5 day up. It is the 5th. Yes, it
Yes.
is the 5th. I'm getting nervous, Allie. I don't know. I'm getting a little nervous now. You know,
It's coming
um,
together, and it's all those last little pieces that definitely get the nerves up, but we're ready, and it's going to be a great time for sure.
I'll tell you the final touches. I know Allie and I will probably have 30 more conversations from Sunday. I know Sarah. Now, tell everybody that doesn't know who Sarah is and what her role in this grandiose thing that has been put together over months. And I'm not talking a month. Months. So tell us exactly what she is, who she is, and what she has done.
Yep. So Sarah Desereau is the president of GFWC Florida, and her administration started in May of 2024. It will end here in May of 2026. And so this whole effort is her brainchild and her project for all of GFWC Florida. And she has planned this, she has organized, and she's had supporting members of GFWC that have helped organize and rally all of us in Florida to get this done. But all of this was her idea and her focus, and she has really encouraged us and got this to going. There is no fee for any of these veterans. They get the hotel the night before, they get the hotel when they get back, the whole flight is covered. They get some extra things along the way as well. And it is all free of charge for them to go to, because this was Sarah's idea that she rallied all of us GFWC members to raise money for. And all of GFWC members are all volunteers. So none of us are paid. Sarah's not paid. We all do this for the love of volunteering and supporting our communities, and specifically here, supporting our veterans and our women veterans.
Now, I want to say, I want you to embellish this. I am not being paid either. I by no means am making any monetary compensation for my non-talent, as I say. And again, I am very proud. I am very proud of being a part of the organization in the aspect that I am able to bring things to maybe some people that either were not able to get on the flight or are not able to get out of the house. And there are veterans that may not be able to get out of the house, or maybe take such a long trip and a long day. I mean, our day, Allie, your and my day is going to start at probably 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yep. So I don't want to pump our heads up. I don't want to say, hey, look what we're doing, but there is a lot of things that we have to do prior to the arrival of the event of the day. I mean, we're talking about airplanes, we're talking about cars, we're talking about buses, we're talking about batteries that we have to keep charged, and logistics of streaming like we're doing now.
Right.
Yeah, we're sitting in the comfort of our home. I'm sitting in Zephyr Hills, Florida, and Allie, you're somewhere on the East Coast. Correct. Somewhere. Yep. So I don't want you to give the dog and pony show away, but you know, we needed to do this. We needed to test out our theories, make sure everything works, and who knows, maybe every day we'll come on here and pump people up, and you know, for a very historic day. And even though this is a test, I think it's working very, very well. I'm looking on my other screen and I see us both on here, and we are live on YouTube.
That's fantastic,
YouTube, folks.
Yes,
we are on YouTube. So we're going to do some more logistics. We're going to talk about a couple other things, and we are going to say good night, GFWC GFWC Florida. And you never know, tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening, we may come back on and just visit with you. We do that. There is a chat if you'd like to chat with us. You can definitely do that. I can put the comments on the stage if you want, and you can ask us any questions you want, and maybe we might be able to get Sarah to join one night.
Ooh,
Who knows?
that'd be fun. Yeah, we might be able to.
Would be fun. Absolutely. We might have to con her into doing it, but we'll do it.
Yeah.
So is there any questions you want to ask me, Allie? Is there anything that you want to know about me or the viewers should know about me?
Yeah, so you've said you're volunteering, you're giving your time. How did you get brought into this, and did we get your talents?
God. Okay. So it was funny. There was a young lady that contacted me for a photo booth of all of the little antiquated things that they needed for an event in Bradenton last year. Please forgive me. I do multiple events. I do a lot of other things on top of it. So forgive me. I don't remember the lady's name, and I'm sure I will get yelled at for forgetting her name. But she was a very pleasant lady, and the day of the event, I really looked at the flyer and I said, there has got to be something else that I can do for this. And I called her and I said, in my real life and in my real daily job, I am a videographer for big box media. And would there be anything that I could do to document this event, whether it be still photography or professional video? And she said, you know what? Let me call you back. So she talked to the chapter. I want to say it correctly. The Bradenton chapter president club. Okay. All right. Forgive me. I'm not up on the lingo. I've been out of circulation for a couple hours before we decided to do this anyway, which I think is very good that we put our faces out there. Know what you're about to get yourself into, folks, because it's going to be great. Anyway, back to my little diatribe. She called me back and she said, you know, could you video it and can you make a video of it? Mm-hmm. And I said, of course I can. So my brother, which he ran the photo booth for me, as I was walking around with this huge camera on my shoulder and this big light, because the room was dark, and you actually have to have some sort of light, which you guys will experience. It will be annoying. Don't pay attention to the light. Pay attention to the camera. I'll give those instructions later. And I documented the whole thing for them, and they kept saying, what do we owe you? You don't owe me anything. I did it. I was here. If you ever need anything else,
famous last words.
Give me a call. No, honestly. And then I got involved in then I met you, Allie.
We met Sarah first, I think.
Well, I met Sarah in Bradenton because she was in Bradenton, and her husband. Very, very nice couple. I would love to just sit down and smoke a cigar with her husband and my wife visit with Sarah after this whole shindig goes off and just say, we pulled it off. You know, and then I got a phone call that there was a fashion show. I'm like, ooh, okay. All right. Then I met Allie. And Allie was not going to be able to go on this flight until she met me. Let the truth be told.
Truth be told, actually.
I said to Sarah, I said, Allie is going to be my protege of that day because my brother works, and I didn't feel right bringing somebody else, and my wife is not really, my wife does not like all the camera gear. So, you can find a volunteer to say, hey, I'll carry something for you. I'll help you. Hey, you're my girl.
Yep.
So I said to Sarah, she's going to be my protege. Is there room on the flight? And of course, Sarah, in her caring, kind fashion, yep, she's going. So guess what, Allie? You're going to Washington, D.C. with me.
It does fit with what I do. I do the audio visual for our fall boards with the group, and I do help keep the social media going in the background. I'm not the main person, but so it fits with what my role with the club at the state level is.
Now, do you remember the tagline or what I said to you when you said you did audio and visual? Do you remember?
I do not remember.
I do. I said, you're my girl. Because you understand what I'm doing in a theoretical sense, right?
Right. Yeah, my day job is not in news or video, but yes, in the technical standpoint, I do understand it and can pick it up quickly. So.
Oh no! Do not take the news. This is not the news.
No,
but it is big news. But it is big news.
Absolutely,
because we are honoring people that may or may not have been honored to begin with.
Agreed. And it's important that we recognize them.
Absolutely. And, I am part of all the Facebook groups. I see the wonderful work you guys do, and it humbles me, but it inspires me even more to be a part of this joyous, eventful day. I mean, I know that what else are we doing that day? I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that I think the audience may want to know what we are actually doing other than taking a bunch of people to Washington, D.C. and bringing them back and dropping them off. I think there's some other things that are going on there too.
There is, yeah. So we're going to go visit the memorials. Then we are going to the Arlington Cemetery and the changing of the guard. We will also
which will be live streamed from beginning to end.
Yes, so don't miss that.
We will be standing there freezing our britches off in the middle of in the early beginning of March. Yeah, go ahead.
That's all right. Good thing I come equipped. I come from the true freezing north, so we're good there.
Pennsylvania is where I come from. So
and I come from Minnesota, so yes, we are well equipped.
Oh wow! Okay,
Yep.
we'll move on from that.
So and then we will be having lunch at the Military Women's Memorial Museum.
Do you know? Do you even know what the lunch is? Do we even know?
No, that's a surprise. They don't like to tell us what we get. We get to be surprised.
Listen, I expect filet mignon and baked salmon for.
Yeah, no. Guarantee it won't be that, but it'll be good. I haven't had a meal yet when I've gone to one of these that hasn't been enjoyable. So
listen, when I went to Bradenton, and then I went to the fashion show, I couldn't even finish it all because it was great. It was very good food, folks. I mean. I can't say it wasn't, but go ahead.
And then after that, we end up taking the flight back. But when we get back, we're not done yet because there is a welcome and a whole party to welcome these ladies, these veterans back. And
I thought it was over.
No,
I thought it was over.
No, they need the true welcome home, and it is.
Well,
and it is
you know what? I get little musty-eyed just even thinking about it.
Me too.
I have not been a part of the United States military, and I wish I could have. Medical reasons. I right out of high school, I signed up, attempted. I took the civil service test. I passed. I can't say with flying colors, but they looked at me like, you're pretty smart. But medical reasons, I could not do it. And, it took me a little bit to get over that because, I was a physically fit person. I mean, I lifted weights and, I just couldn't do it. And I got over it. And then I became a firefighter paramedic. I was fit enough to do that, but I couldn't be a part of the United States military, which I come from a military family.
So that was hard. Yeah.
It was very hard. Excuse me. And then so like I said, or like you said, when we come back, there's a big grandiose parties and everything like that. And then you get to go to sleep.
Hopefully.
after we clean up all of our mess, right?
Right, exactly.
But listen, folks, I want to say it's an honor, and I will say this till the day it's over and beyond. This is a memory for everybody involved, and to have Spin City News recognized or to be a part of it, just to even be a part of it, and the thought from Sarah just to, hey, I got this thing. Okay. Would you want to go to DC? Okay, you got to give me a little bit more here. And the idea started in Bradenton, and it just it's on my mind every day. Again, Sarah and I we have been back and forth talking with you know what? I think that's probably another thing we should go into. Coordinating with the airlines, coordinating with the buses. I called Allie at 8:30 tonight and said, hey, we really need to start testing things, and we need to make some book notes, if you will, of ideas of what we're going to need and stuff like that. Her job is simple. My job is all the candid stuff now. Just the coordinating of what we need to get, what the expectations from GFWC Florida is, and what they want to be able to see. And it all goes up here, and it spins around like a tornado, and then it just magically comes out the side of the camera. So just be aware. There is a lot of things that are going into this, and it just humbles me to the point where it's unbelievable that Sarah and the club has asked me to do this. And I know my day starts Monday.
Right, it's true. Yours starts Monday.
My day starts Monday. I get to go and visit the Lakeland Women's Club.
Absolutely.
Without a bunch of restless people ready to go to Washington, D.C. I forgot to even mention that.
Yep, you're going to get the grand tour, and Lakeland is also where GFWC Florida headquarters are, so I'm sure they'll get you over there as well. We
definitely. Do you have their address? Maybe you should put the address of the headquarters if you have that readily available.
I do. I need to look it up real quick, but it will take me just a second.
Well, Sarah can wait a minute. Sarah can name that off the top of her head. Allie, listen, you got to get that down pat.
That's because she lives there as the president of Florida. Well, not literally lives there, but I'm sure she feels like it. Yeah, I'm sure she.
Hey, maybe they should build an addition on and build the a bedroom or a studio apartment back there, because it seems like she's always here. She's always there. Folks, I did try to call Sarah to see if she would come on here tonight, but I think the lady needs to sleep too. She's not a night owl like I am. Well, listen, I think we should probably mention before you get that address is without our United States military, we would not be free.
Exactly.
And given the situations that are going on in the United States and abroad right now, to have this go on is a breath of fresh air. I think it's a breath of fresh air. But we obviously want to pray for our servicemen, past, present, and future. Obviously,
men and women.
Men and women. Okay, all right. Servicemen and women.
Thank you.
But yeah, what is the address of the Lakeland Women's Club?
I threw it up in the chat for you there.
Oh, okay, good. I see that.
I also threw up the website of our GFWC Florida, which is GFWCFlorida.org. So you can, if you are interested, again, we are putting this on. This is for this 2 years and doing this flight. This is what it is. But all of our clubs do things that serve and help our military every year, all year long. They have different things. And all of our clubs, and we do more than just that. We help the military, but each club is a grassroots volunteer organization and helps their community wherever the need is for their community. So if your community is really struggling with food, then a club in your area is helping with that in some way. If another one is, schools and making sure we're in the schools and reading so that our children grow up and are educated and whatnot, then we have a club that's in that school helping them and reading and helping the teachers. So again, if that's, we're a volunteer organization. We're one of the oldest ones in not only the country, but in the world of women volunteers. And so check that out at GFWCFlorida.org. You can find a club in your area, or if you're listening from a different state, go to GFWC.org and you can all find where the chapters are in your state.
I'm going to tell you, it sounds like your club just is out to help people. I mean, as a firefighter paramedic for 26 and a half years, I protected and served my community, whether it was professionally, which I was professionally paid, but I also volunteered. And my whole family, they were in the mindset to help people, and they instilled that to me a lot in life. And to this day, my parents are in their mid 80s and they're still out helping people.
Right.
And here we are.
And here we are.
When I told, I think it's funny when I told my mother and my father that, I was doing this, and they were like, it never dies, does it? And I said, absolutely not. And as long as I am physically able to help the organization and financially okay to help the organization, which again, Sarah comes to the table again. No, she has been a doll, and I could never ever say that, she was not a good person, because listen, look what she has put together. Well, I can't say she has totally put it together. There are many other wheels that are greased to help put this together, and I don't have all their names. I have some. But we need to say Rhonda of the Lakeland. I mean, everything that I see has Rhonda's name on it. Who is Rhonda, by the way, Alice?
So Rhonda is the President's Projects Chairman. So she is the person that Sarah picked to be over this project, to then help communicate all the way down. Because Sarah, of course, has to be the president of GFWC Florida. There's a lot of things she has to do that can't be just focused on the project. So Rhonda is her person that then gets all the information to us, helps answer and coordinate questions, and gets all the lists together, tells us who we're rooming with, where our room is, make sure we get to the right place on time. So, I mean, she is the the
I could
coordinator here behind
not.
the scenes.
Listen, in our daily endeavors, that is a job for three. And
Agreed.
I am, I mean, in my real job, it takes a team, just like anything, right?
Right.
This is a team effort.
Absolutely.
You know, I hear we're getting shirts and windbreakers or some sort of jacket or something. Do you know anything about that?
I've heard rumors, and I've heard we will find out on Tuesday night. But
I have no, I have
they're going to
no
be able to tell who
idea.
we are.
Really? Well,
Yep.
I hope mine doesn't say dunce on it, but but
No, I
anyway.
think you're okay.
But listen, you know, Allie, it's very good to see you, and I think we've got we have 19 people watching us right now on
Awesome.
YouTube on the platform on
Fantastic.
GFWC Florida.
Absolutely.
So I think we've got a good test. We've been live 30 minutes, so I think we've hit a milestone here that we know that it works, and we can fruitfully take it with us and
Absolutely.
stream. Now, what happened to Facebook? I mean, we were talking about Facebook. I know a lot of people are subscribed or follow the Facebook, but I think there was some logistical things or something that we had felt that wasn't going to work well.
When we were looking at and trying to do live on Facebook, when we're going to have to go live, stop, go live again. Obviously, mid-flight, you cannot be live. You know, there's some other
Correct.
places that we won't be able to be live. So we're going to have to start it and stop it. And to do that on Facebook, each time we did it, we were going to have to go through about 5-10 step process to be able to make your camera coordinate with it, and to logistically be able to do that quickly while we're mobile and outside, and who knows what the weather's going to do, just wasn't feasible. So
but we are ready for inclement weather. I mean, listen, we have Florida blood. I mean, I have been in Florida for several years. I know, Allie, you've been in Florida for at least a couple years that I know of. And, we have Florida blood. Now, here's the other thing we should probably mention. Just be ready for inclement weather. Dress appropriately. I mean, we're going to the almost frigid north, which I've heard is gradually going, the temperature's gradually going up, and we always pray for good weather and good skies. And, but the only stymie to this is the weather. So it's happening, folks. It is happening.
But if you're joining us on YouTube, you just got to make sure your home is correctly weathered, and you'll be good.
This is true. I mean, air conditioning, I mean, it is central and southern Florida and Florida. So, hey, we just had cold snaps where I ran my heat for the first time we needed some heat.
We did need some heat. So
the sun outside was not heating very well. So
yes.
Anyway, Allie, it's good to see you. I know this is kind of an impromptu thing, but at the end of the day, it's for a good cause, and I am happy to be a part of it. And Allie, I know you're proud to be a part of it, and we're going to say goodbye for today.
Yes.
Maybe tomorrow night we will figure out some other thing to come on here and give some updates. Maybe we'll have some input from the higher ups or the higher pay grade, if you will. It went from 001 to 1 cent. And we will be back with you, and maybe on in the future, we'll keep doing stuff like this for you guys. So, Allie, we will see you or talk to you after we end our live stream here. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. I will let Allie take it out for us, where and who they need to contact when it comes to the honor flight. and or just question us about the organization. So Allie, take it away. Send us out and send us home.
Yeah, definitely leave comments or chats here, or go find us on the Facebook page. All of the contact information will be from your best places to go to the GFWCFlorida.org, which will then get you in contact with the right people depending on your question. So, but quick questions obviously can come through the YouTube here channel or through the GFWC Florida Facebook page. Someone's always monitoring that and can answer comments or messages.
Allie, one last thing. If you're not a member of the organization, this is the most important thing that I think we should probably hit on a high note here. If you want to join GFWC or any women's club, where do you go?
Your first place will be again GFWCFlorida.org. There is a spot on there that you can then find a club that's in your area, and there will be a contact that you can reach out to that club specifically. If that's not something you can easily find, again, comment in the chat or comment over or message us on the Facebook, and we will get you the correct information on a club that's closest to you. We do also have some clubs that are virtual. So if your one's not super close to you, there are options to still be part of a club virtually.
And what is that website address one last time?
Yep. GFWC Florida, all spelled out, .org.
.org. All right, Allie, it's good to see you. We will be seeing a lot of us. You will be seeing a lot of me, and we will see all of you very soon.
Sounds good.
Good evening.
You too. Good night.
Good night.